outside, but it was late at night, and the mosquitoes was biting, so I asked them if they wanted to
come on, baby, give me another UFO.
And, you know, they said...
Give me that UFO.
She was very accommodating to us. Tyrone Palmer came across as sugar and spice and everything nice.
And it wasn't just Tyone's willingness to talk that made a good impression. In her tape-recorded interview, Tyon told the investigators that she had taken William in out of kindness.
Tyon had taken William in and had made him a part of her family, if you will, gave him a place to stay, took him to doctor's appointments, and cared for him.
He's on like 13 medicines. I take him to the doctor twice a week to do blood work. Because of his sickle cell, he just automatically formed blood clots. So they have him on all kinds of medicines, and he can't eat, and
that's gotta be the worst.
He's just really sick.
Then investigators asked Tyon about William's father, Tracy.
Have you ever been involved in any kind of a dating relationship or any kind of relationship with Tracy?
Okay. I didn't tell them about my relationship with Tracy because I didn't want anybody to know that I was involved with him, especially with everything else that was going on. I didn't want them to believe or assume or think that I had anything to do with this.
Tyon also denied that she was the woman neighbors saw arguing with Pauletta on the day of the murder. And since Tyon was being so cooperative, the investigators didn't see any reason to doubt her.
We believed her going in, and we left there believing her.
Coming up, an anonymous tip leads to an unexpected arrest.
William had confided in her.
And the investigators learn the truth about Tyon and Tracy. He had on her...
They walked, they're going to learn it anyway.
A mysterious death.
A man died on my table, and I don't have the faintest idea why.
In a hospital full of secrets.
Your hospital's known for losing patients.
No one is safe.
Someone's looking for healthy subjects.
And one doctor must risk everything.
I'm your boss.
To learn the terrifying truth.
I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Hugh Grant, Gene Hackman, Sarah Jessica Parker. Extreme Measures. Tonight at 10, 9 Central. On the new Escape. Slip Away.
Do you toss and turn at night, struggle to get comfortable? Does your back hurt in the morning? If you don't sleep well, or wake up with aches and pains, the Sleep Number bed could be your solution. Unlike inner springs that can poke and prod, the Sleep Number bed uses a cushion of air that supports and conforms to your entire body, so you sleep more soundly. Plus, it's the perfect bed for couples because our exclusive dual air technology lets you adjust each side of the bed to your ideal level of firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. Get deep, restful sleep. Call or click now for a free $50 savings card and catalog.
Before I had my Sleep Number bed, I just had a hard time getting up because I had been tossing and turning all night. Now with my Sleep Number bed, I'm able to sleep through the night and I wake up refreshed.
The Sleep Number bed is great for back pain sufferers because you can customize it. Patients who have used it wake up with less pain.
Studies show the Sleep Number bed contours to your neck, shoulders, back, and hips, cushioning your entire body for more proper spinal alignment, so you wake up refreshed. It's the bed clinically proven to reduce back pain. In clinical research, 93% of participants experience back pain relief. The Sleep Number bed costs about the same as an inner spring, yet lasts twice as long. Best of all, there's a Sleep Number bed for every budget. And if you call or click right now, you'll get this free $50 savings card. Durability tests show the Sleep Number bed remained in like new condition after 25 years of simulated use. Sleep on it risk-free with our 100-night in-home trial. Don't wait another night. Call or click now for better sleep.
Call 1-800-441-6363 or click now for your free $50 savings card and catalog with price list. Call 1-800-441-6363 or click right now. Don't delay. Call 1-800-441-6363 or click now for your free $50 savings card and catalog with price list.
Dark matter starting to get
Or do
busy.
they really work?
Some brands make outrageous
Oh, the
claims about how
camera's
much they can make you
shaking,
larger,
that's
but Extends
making
doesn't make outrageous claims because Extends is the
Pixel
#1
busy.
selling male enhancement pill in America with over 1 billion pills sold. Both professional football and
Busy.
Olympic athletes are banned from taking Extends because it's such a performance enhancer. Extends isn't a gimmick. It really works. We're so sure it will work for you, we're going to send you a week's supply for the cost of a postage stamp. Yes, a free week's supply of Extends, the leader in male enhancement, for only the cost of a postage stamp. Find out for yourself why both professional football players and Olympic athletes are banned from taking Extends. With over 1 billion Extends pills taken by men, aren't you curious what it could do for you? So stop being curious and find out for free what so many other men have discovered. Extends, the leading non-prescription male enhancement pill. If you experience an erection lasting more than 4 hours, call your doctor. Call now for your free week supply of Extends. You have nothing to lose, but a lot to gain.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Health reform has added
Somebody's
significant new
coming.
benefits to Medicare plans. If you have Medicare Part A, Part B, Part D, or any Medicare Advantage plan, you now get benefits with no copays, no deductibles, and can get dental, vision, and prescription coverage included. Call the Medicare Health Reform Helpline now to make sure you have all the benefits you're entitled to. Call the Medicare Health Reform Helpline now to update your plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Bucklow. The cost of health insurance and the denial of coverage because of pre-existing conditions has been a serious problem in America. But now the law has changed. Healthcare reform is now available. So many people do not take advantage of the benefits offered to them by healthcare reform because they don't call. Call now.
The Medicare Health Reform Helpline is now accepting calls. Don't miss the deadline. Call the Medicare Health Reform Helpline.
Call 800-920-2159. That's 800-920-2159. 800-920-2159.
By the beginning of June 2010, Pauletta Burleson had been dead for more than 2 weeks, killed by a single gunshot to the head on the night of May 18th. Since the shooting, the Harris County Sheriff's Office had focused their investigation on Pauletta's husband, Tracy Burleson.
He didn't really seem believable. His story didn't appear to be that believable.
But on June 4th, the police received a tip that changed everything. The caller claimed she was a friend of Tracy's 20-year-old son, William Fuller, and she had important information concerning Pauletta Burleson's
So
murder.
something.
William Fuller had told her that he had killed his stepmother.
Oh,
However, according to the caller, William hadn't acted alone. Instead, she claimed that the murder was the result of a plot between William, his father Tracy, and Tyon Palmer, the woman who took care of William.
William had confided in her.
To kill his own mother?
Tyon
You fucking kidding me?
and Tracy had come to him and asked him to kill Pauletta. Tracy even offered to give him $3,000 of the insurance money that Tracy was going to receive.
But why would Tyon and Tracy conspire to kill Pauletta? According to the informant, they were lovers.
Tracy was having an extramarital affair with Tyon Palmer, who we had already talked to and had denied this.
She had both Kuman and I fooled. He says I was the one that was fooled, but I think we both were.
But the investigators weren't fooled anymore. Early on the morning of June 8, 2010, sheriff's deputies arrived at Tyon's house and placed her under arrest.
When they take me out in handcuffs, my very first thought at that moment was my children. Because when they arrested me, I was home with my kids.
She and the kids weren't alone, however. Tracy was also taken into custody at Tyon's house.
Tracy Burleson is in the home of Tyon Palmer, in her bed. And when they arrested her, he had on her pajamas. They were in matching pink pajamas when they were caught. Just disgusting.
Isn't love beautiful?
And for him to tell his church members, I didn't do this, but I'm going to be y'all pastor.
William Fuller was apprehended around the same time at a gas station. Once all three were in custody, the interrogations began.
Our strategy was to go for the weakest link, and we felt that William was
kid.
the weakest link.
As predicted, it didn't take long for the 20-year-old to break.
I've been through my whole life, man.
How'd you mess up your life by shooting Pauletta?
Yeah.
According to William, the chain of events that led to Pauletta's murder had begun the previous year, not long after he moved in with Tyon.
My daddy kept asking me to hook him up with her. And I didn't want to because I know how he had did other women and I really cared about her.
However, William told the investigators that he had eventually relented and his father had started dating Tyon on the sly. But this time, William said his father had apparently wanted more than just another affair.
Even though Tracy Burleson was still married, he asked Tyon to marry him.
Tyon had said yes, and that, according to William, had presented his father with a problem.
Tracy couldn't divorce Pauletta, especially if it turned into a scandalous divorce, and keep his pastorship of the church.
Rather than risk a divorce, William said that his father had turned to him.
He kept asking
What a kid.
Yeah.
He wanted to make his dad happy. He wanted to make Tyon happy.
Where's
William
my UFO?
Stepmother, and he agreed to do it.
Then, according to William, the three of them had put together a plan to kill Pauletta.
Tracy Burleson would distract her, enabling William to sneak around behind her and shoot her. Tyon would then
You really had to sneak
get
around there?
him where he could clean up, get a change of clothes, and get rid of the gun.
She told me if you do it, I'll be with you to the end. I won't leave you cold.
And according to William,
No,
Tyon's
brother.
promise
Nobody told about the
resulted in
life
a
sentence.
sexual relationship between them.
After Paulette was killed,
I
so
think
like
I
we
see
had to
something.
stay, and we kept doing it.
Was that the first time you ever slept with him?
Yes, sir.
See some gas.
After the interview, William took detectives to a bridge over
Gas
Green's
fumes.
Bayou in eastern Harris County. He claimed that Tyon had driven him there after the shooting so he could dispose of the murder weapon.
He thought he had thrown it in the water, but it had quite made the water.
There it is
on the
again.
water's edge.
There it is again.
Recovered the weapon.
Told you something coming. Here it is. See, it's moving along.
Convinced
It's
that
got,
William
it's
was
closed
the
again.
shooter,
Look at it.
the investigators returned to the
This
sheriff's
piece of it
department
is
to
rolling
question
along.
Tyon.
They questioned me about my
See where the arrow is? It passed the arrow.
I wasn't involved.
Here it is again.
She did
It's
admit
leaving
to
in the
having
dust
a
again. Here it is
relationship
again.
with Tracy
And as usual, it's flying left to right. If you just can see this,
And from then on, we started dating.
pretty slick. I gotta do something about being able to see that.
Yes.
But she insisted she knew nothing about Pauletta's murder.
He never talked to me about having her killed, and he never talked to me about killing her.
And she confirmed William's story about the drive.
That looked like the same UFO.
She finally admitted, I picked him up.
I don't believe I
but
said that.
he had killed
I don't know anything
Came
that
around
happened
twice.
before I picked him up, because I wasn't there, and I don't know anything.
And then it was, I drove him somewhere. And he threw the gun.
Waiting for the disruptive dark
I
matter.
just drove my car, that was that.
Then, police hinted at William's claim that Tyon had slept with him.
Don't do some other things. You know what you did.
We rode around, and we stopped at a convenience store, and then he went back into the store. And then he came out of the store, and then we got in the car, and then that's when we headed back towards the house.
No, you made another stop. We know, we already know. Okay? Just do yourself a favor and tell the truth.
And I'm telling you the truth.
Okay?
But that was all that Tyon would admit to. After only 10 minutes, the interview was over.
Am I under arrest?
Yeah, you are. Okay?
And I need a
Fury.
Tracy's interview was almost as short, ending soon after one of the detectives pulled out the gun they had just recovered from Green's Bayou.
He showed the gun to Tracy, and Tracy had a look of defeat on his face, and he put his head down. He says, I don't want to talk anymore. I want my attorney.
That evening,
Oh, what was that?
Tracy Burleson and William Fuller
Oh.
were both booked on the charge of capital
See that
murder.
red spot? What's
Tyon
that?
Palmer was charged with
Red
several
spot moving across the screen.
That is a third-degree felony
Trying
punishable
to
by
dim
2
his
to 10
lights.
years in the penitentiary.
They got slick. They turned off their running lights now. Look at that. Something's moving across the screen. Look at that. Anybody seeing this?
One of Tyon's
Anybody?
co-workers contacted the investigators with new information. She told the authorities that Tyon had approached her in February,
Wow.
almost 3 months before Pauletta's
3
murder,
UFOs.
looking to buy a gun.
She never was able to provide her with the gun.
Let's wait for it
Based on
again.
that, state thought that she was more involved with the planning of Paulette's death.
Okay, I'm going to have to brighten this up. I didn't see it that well.
They charged me with capital murder.
There goes something, hands just passing us again.
A person is responsible, even if they are not the person who actually fired the shot, if they in any way aided,
I still
assisted,
got a
or
camera.
abetted the person to commit the offense.
Worse for Tyon, soon after her charges were upgraded, William Fuller's attorney approached the prosecutors, looking to cut a deal.
His attorney came to me with the suggestion that Mr. Fuller would like to testify
There's
against
something down here, looks
Mr.
like it's moving
Burleson
along.
and Tyon Palmer in return for something less than life without parole.
Since William's confession was the key to their case, the prosecutors quickly agreed
I can't
to the
point
deal.
to it because
On
he
September
pops up.
26, 2011, Tracy Burleson stood trial for his role in his wife's death, and the state's star witness was his son, William.
William Fuller testified that Tracy Burleson approached him multiple times to kill Paulette Burleson, told him when he should do it.
On cross-examination, the defense
Oh,
tried
that
to
was
persuade
something.
the jury that William had acted alone.
We're going to come something now, UFO action here. Look at that red spot going across the screen.
Not just from William Fuller, but
They all got wires to the running lights. Look at that, they turn off their running lights.
that he hated her.
But it wasn't enough evidence to convince the jury Tracy wasn't involved. On September 29, 2011, they convicted Tracy Burleson of capital murder.